Time to do the job. Time to do the job! Behold the jobber of jobbers. Danimal Jobber.
What's up, everybody? This is the D-Job, Danimal Daniel Jobber, and I'm here with the Jobbing Out with Danimal Daniel Jobber social commentary. And I want to talk about the Keaton Jones saga, story, whatever you want to call it, because, well, I mean, it's the whole thing's blown up into craziness for starters. But I think there's lots to learn from the situation, lots to, understand about ourselves and our society, and to help us, make good decisions, with situations in the future. And I think it shows maybe sometimes our best intentions can be guided in the wrong direction, or put in the wrong, our strengths put in the wrong, the wrong direction of support, I guess, so to speak. If any of you are not familiar, that was probably only a couple of days ago where this video of Keaton Jones popped onto social media. He had apparently been bullied at school for a while, and his mom decided to do a video of him talking about his feelings and his experiences and how it wasn't right, and they made the video, and in the video he expressed, what had happened to him and how it made him feel, but at the same time, expressed sympathy for anybody else as being bullied, showing a little bit of selflessness, as well as, showing people, the effects of bullying on a poor young boy who's struggling. And the video blew up, went ultra viral. Everybody was talking about this video. I mean, I don't think, as a wrestling Twitter follower, I don't think there was barely a wrestler who didn't make a comment supporting Keaton. And celebrities like William Shatner, actors, musicians, you name it, everybody was lending support for this kid. And, basically the video went ultra viral. Everybody was talking about him and supporting him, and one person was inviting him to a premiere of a movie. Just like they were totally making this kid the symbol of everything that's wrong with the world of bullying, in terms of bullying these days. And I was starting to think they would be giving him awards and making him this spokesperson. And it's happening so fast, and all I could think of, who is this kid? I mean, I truly, when I see him, I believe he was bullied. I believe he's feels pain and has suffered. I don't think he was acting. I mean, we can never know for sure, I guess, but I don't believe he was acting. I believe he's a genuine kid who's had some tough times. And it was great that he, in the midst of his pain, he was able to express sympathy for other people. But the problem is bullying. Bullying is a serious problem, and there's hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, who knows, maybe I'm even overestimating the amount of kids and people being bullied in this world today. It's a problem. It's serious. It's wrong. It's horrible. I myself experienced bullying when I was a kid. It was something I had to fight through and to overcome and find ways to turn negativity into positivity, or positivism, whatever the term you use. It's definitely a problem, and it's something that we don't like to admit that still exists, but we know it does. We talk about it. We try to raise awareness, create, campaigns exposing how bad it is, and then all of a sudden along comes a kid, and we embody him in the spirit of what bullying is all about. And the reality is, he's just a kid. He's one kid who's experienced horrible bullying, and I mean, what he did was good. He went on and he talked about it. He expressed his feelings, showed maybe people who might bully other people in this world what it does to the person, what a kid experiences when he's bullied like this. It's great. He's a shining example of what people should do when wrong things happen to them, is to go on and let people know how wrong it is, and that they shouldn't do it, and it hurts people, and what effect it has on people. I mean, that's why the criminal system has gets statements from a lot of victims of how the crime that was committed against them affected them personally, so they can show the perpetrator of these crimes the effect they have on other people to help them rehabilitate and get better and realize that these crimes are wrong and hurt people. But he's just an example. Should we embody him and make him a hero? I think that's taken it a little too far. I think there's risks with that. It also shows how we're way too quick to plant the role of hero on somebody for doing what's right, just because they do what's right. He's a good example. He's a model, a role model, in the sense that anyone who's bullied should speak up, let people know what's happening, let people know how it feels, maybe find a way to let the people bullying them know what they're doing to them and how it hurts them. But that doesn't necessarily make every person who does it a hero. He happened to be the first, and that's good. He's starting, hopefully, maybe a trend of people who will speak up when they're bullied. And that's worth celebrating, and yeah, he deserves support. He deserves people to say, great job, kid. We're behind you. We were bullied. We experienced these horrible things. Great of you to speak up and to be, a voice for other people. And hopefully more people will follow you. But we don't necessarily need to brand him a hero. It may be too soon or even wrong to brand him as a spokesperson. I mean, do we know enough about the kid? Can he handle the role? Is it what he wants? Maybe he's just a kid who just wanted to speak up once in his life. Maybe he has no wish to be the spokesperson or the role model of, the poster boy of anti-bullyism or bullying. We don't know anything about him. We don't know what his background is. I mean, the reality is, I believe he's genuinely been bullied, but has anyone checked to see if he has a background in acting or actor training? If his mom, maybe knew that she had a very talented kid on his hand and could profit from it? I don't believe that's the case. Honestly, I don't. But do we really know? Did we take the time to find out enough about this kid to brand him the hero that people were branding him so quickly? And does that say something about our society of how quick we are to brand people as heroes, maybe either prematurely or maybe for doing things that maybe shouldn't put them that high on a pedestal? Maybe that's a weakness we have in society, where we want to believe that everybody who does something great is a hero. I don't know. But obviously, if you haven't heard some of the new developments, it is backfired. Because not only was there this great support from all these famous people saying, great kid, wonderful what you did, we're all behind you, offering him, gestures of kindness and support, but a GoFundMe page was created, generating, last I heard, upwards of $60,000 plus for this kid. And, of course, in his defense, some people were saying, well, maybe it had nothing to do with it. Maybe somebody just created this fund saying, this kid is an inspiration to me. I want to create a fund to help this kid and make his life better, give him a wonderful Christmas or whatever. And now, of course, there's more information that his mother was actually encouraging people to give money to this GoFundMe account to help make their lives better. And at that point, it starts to read of greed and ulterior motives, and more than just heartbroken for her son getting bullied, but actually looking to use an unfortunate situation of her son to profit and to make their lives unfairly better. Yeah, they deserve a little bit of support, maybe a little bit of money and a nice Christmas, maybe just a ticket for this nice young boy. But there's many, many, many kids getting bullied, many, many people getting bullied, many people that are in tough times in life. There's starving artists like myself that really do a lot of stuff and don't really find their niche to make a lot of money off it and have to go through the daily grind of living a poor man's life, but taking pride in what they do despite the fact that they don't make a lot of money from it. A lot of people could benefit from that $60,000. I'm sure it would be wonderful, if every person in the world would just be given $60,000 when they have a tough time in life. It'd be wonderful, but there just isn't that much money to go around. There's so much more better things this money could be used for than just giving one kid this ridiculous amount of money for just taking the time to speak up and say, hey, this is wrong. This hurt me and it's wrong and shouldn't be done to anybody. And unfortunately, the mother took the wrong road and indicated in some way, shape, or form that she was looking forward to using this money and maybe even getting more money for personal gain. And I think that's where she really kind of blew the situation. Maybe she's not a bad person. Maybe she just got caught up in the fact that this money's being generated and, wow, it's great. People are offering support from my son. Why shouldn't we take advantage of the situation? Who wouldn't? But what she really should have done probably is said, you know what, thank you for all the support. We've taken a little bit to help, make our son's Christmas special, or maybe have Keaton say, thanks for making my Christmas a little better, but we have more than enough. We've been given way more money than we need. We're going to put the rest of this money into an anti-bullying drive, or create one, or even just donate it to anti-bullying initiatives and charities and stuff to help prevent other kids from being bullied. If they would have taken that road, I think they probably could have carried on the hero status of Keaton, much longer, and maybe that would have given him a chance to show that he really wanted to try to be the hero that people were making him out to be. But they didn't take that road. They looked at the money for personal gain, didn't see the possibility of how that money could be used to help many, many people in this world that are getting bullied and are in pain live a better life. And I think that's the detriment of the whole situation, but it's also a lesson that these are human beings. I mean, they're ordinary people with ordinary flaws. They're not superheroes. They're not people we should be putting on a pedestal. They're people who did a good thing, set a good example, and are the beginning of the solution to a problem, not the shining example of a solution to a problem. The first person to speak up, and then start a chain reaction of more people speaking up. Maybe we could create a fund where the people who are having a tough time, who are being bullied, could tap into some resources to do good things. Maybe people who know people are getting bullied and are against it, and have a plan to create an initiative to help prevent it from happening, and maybe create peer groups that say we're not going to allow bullying in our school or in our circle of friends. Maybe a way to tap into a small amount of resources to put a program in place, to show that these kids are leaders in their area. Some way to make this money about truly anti-bullying, not just making one kid who claims he had a bad experience life way better. I mean, starters, yes. I mean, it's one thing to give a kid a viral video. That's a nice thing to do. There's things that are beneficial having a viral video. I mean, heck, who hasn't? Anyone like me who makes videos, we would love to get a video to go viral. I mean, that's what we do it for. The odds are most videos don't go viral. So it's nice that this video went viral and this kid had the exposure and a chance to be, in the tip of society the way he was. But that alone was a huge step. We don't then need to pile on a bunch of money that probably deep down he needs no more than many, many other sad, starving people that are struggling in this world need as much or more. We didn't need to take it to that step. And I think we need to learn something from that and say, when these things happen, let's use the example, let's support the example, say, great, good for you, keep up the good work, thanks for being a good example, and use that as a means to get more people to follow along, not try to brand this one person who happened to be the first to speak up as a hero or a legend, or try to make him a spokesperson without knowing if he's capable of handling the load that we're trying to cast on him. I think we need to learn that as a society to handle these situations with a little more, thought, responsibility, maybe looking a little deeper into them. And yeah, there are going to be great kids that come on and speak up and are ready to be great people and leaders. But there's also going to be a lot of people who are capable of making a good video of getting their voice out. And that's all they're meant to be. And we don't know what Keaton Jones is meant to be as a person enough at this point to brand him anything more than a pioneer in using social media to speak out about the troubles we're having with bullying. So yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts on it. I think we kind of set ourselves up for disappointment by trying to put this kid on a pedestal way too soon. I hope that we learn from this, and I don't want to see this kid chastised or destroyed or held down or looked down upon just because his mom, demonstrated this greed, in a way that reflects negatively on the whole situation, because he truly might be in a lot of pain, and he truly might, have something to say and have a really strong heart about these feelings he's suffered through, but at the same time really have a heart for other people and want to see them have a better life too and not be bullied. He might truly be a genuine, good-hearted, caring young boy, and we don't want to diminish that over, his mother's mistaken or misguided actions, nor do we want to be too quick to judge the mother and say that she's this horrible person because she got caught up in the greed of the whole situation. We don't know them, we can't judge them, we can't say they're these wonderful or horrible people, either way. At the same time, we need to stop throwing money in areas that don't need money thrown in that direction. Let's put the money towards initiatives and programs and support to prevent bullying on a grand scale, not just to make the lives of one per person who's been bullied better all of a sudden, because there's many, many good people in this world that do good things and speak out and care and truly care about people and try to do things to make other people's lives better, that deserve support, financial support, rewards. We can't just throw it at the first person that comes along who does something outstanding. There's too many people in need in this world to put all their eggs in one basket like that. Let's put the resources in programs that actually support and promote a better world as a whole, not just try to help the lives of a couple people. And I think that's the misguidedness of this whole situation. So, great on you wrestlers and all these famous people, actors and musicians and everything, for showing the support for Keaton Jones. But don't let it stop there. Don't let Keaton Jones be the figure that is the be-all and end-all of bullying. Let this be a reminder of why we hate bullying and why it's an ugly face in this world that we're trying to destroy, and let's put our resources to what really matters, getting rid of bullying as a whole, not just make one person the symbol of what's wrong with the world. He's a symptom. He's not the disease. The disease is bullying. The disease is people who push their own personal weaknesses, lack of self-confidence or lack of self-worth, or even just evilness or feelings of superiority, even in some cases, on other people, and making their lives miserable. That is what we need to destroy. That is what we need to get rid of in this world. Put the money towards programs that eliminate or encourage people to take other directions. Basically, do everything we can to push bullying out of the world, not to make the lives of a few people who are bullied better. Because, heck, if you really want to throw money at someone who's been bullied, for every person that spoke up and has captured your hearts, there's a person like me that's been through many different types of bullying and difficult times in life, and have pulled through, and have never asked for a penny, for that. So, heck, if you want to throw money at somebody, why any, you don't have to look very far. Heck, like I said, I'm an example right here, and I know there's many of you out there that are in the same position that could say the same thing, but we're not here asking for money because we've been bullied. We're here looking to make a better world because we believe a better world is what deserves to happen, what should happen, what we want to see. So anyways, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to wrap it up with that. This has been a Jobbing Out with Danimal, Daniel Jobber social commentary. I just feel I had something to say about the Keaton Jones situation, what we can learn from it, and maybe make a better decision and approach a matter of this differently in the future. Because like I said, for all we know, for every Keaton Jones who maybe is genuine, how many videos of people come along that are totally acting and trying to manipulate your emotions for profit? And if we don't at least take time to look into the situations before we dive in, how are we going to prevent ourselves from being duped and throwing our money in directions that don't deserve that to happen? If you have any thoughts, please leave me comments. Let me know. I have danimal.jobber.ca is my website. Go on there and leave me comments on my Discus. Sign up for a Discus account and leave me comments on what your thoughts are. This is on YouTube. Leave me comments on my YouTube channel, Daniel Jobber. Heck, you can follow me on Twitter at Daniel Jobber. I'm on Instagram at Daniel Jobber. Follow me, leave me comments. Let me know what you think. What was your take on this whole Keaton Jones situation, and And what do you think's going to happen next? Because really we don't know that this situation's even over yet. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up with that. You guys have a wonderful night. Hope you're all having a wonderful Christmas season, and I hope you're all living a good life and that none of you out there are suffering from being bullied. And if you are, take the example from Keaton Jones and speak up. Tell somebody. Let people know that you're being treated unfairly and that you don't deserve that. And stand up for yourself. Speak up for yourself, because for every bully that gets away with it, everybody that gets away with it wins. And every time somebody stands up for themselves and refuses to let these bullies control their life and manipulate their life, we all win against bullying. So, God bless. Have a wonderful Christmas season. And I look forward to talking to you next time. Jobber out.
Time to do the job. Time to do the job! Behold the jobber of jobbers. Danimal Jobber.